Hey everyone, this is my last video on hard flaccid. I will now have expressed everything I have to say about this condition, what I think it is, how to cure yourself of it, what my thoughts are on this theory or that theory, etc., etc. I just want to thank all of you guys for giving me this opportunity to, one, express myself, and two, help you guys and not make my journey, not make my time with hard flaccid all in vain. I really want to express to you guys that if you cure yourself of this, come back for the community, man. Come back for the other guys who are still suffering with it. You don't have to stay in the community like I'm not trying to, because, yeah, it is a toxic place, but write that success thread. Write that thing that's going to motivate that one guy who's going to really give it his all after hearing either your story or what you did to cure yourself, and he realizes, I know exactly what I have to do now. I'm going to go for it. It's such a rewarding feeling, and again, I am so grateful that you guys have allowed my my whole time with hard flaccid and all those years wasted, not truly wasted, because I was able to now help so many of you guys. So promise yourself that, guys. Promise yourself once you cure yourself of this that you're going to come back for others. But now I do want to speak on something that is very serious, very important, and I really want you guys to internalize this. If you do cure yourself of hard flaccid, realize you can get hard flaccid again, okay? Think like, before I even share my story with this or other stories, other examples I have on this, think about this logically for a second, okay? Think of like a kid who's climbing in a tree, falls off the tree and breaks his arm. Then he recovers from that, rehabilitates. A year later, he's climbing on that same tree, falls down at the same exact angle, at the same speed, and lands on his arm the same way. Don't you think, like, there's a high probability that the kid's going to break his arm again because of that? So this is what the point I'm trying to make here is, especially for a lot of us who know we got hard flaccid from edging and masturbation, like, don't you think that if you got it from edging or jelqing or doing some weird thing or even cycling for like hundreds of miles in a week, and you recover and rehabilitate from this and you go back to do the same thing, don't you think there's a chance, a very high chance, that you're going to get hard flaccid again? Like, this is what you truly have to internalize about hard flaccid, healing it, and what it is in general, because it is, for many of us, it is very much just the overworked muscle that needs rest, needs you to stop inflicting trauma on it and allowing itself to heal. But if you do heal and you go back and inflict that same trauma, it's like there is a very high probability that it's going to happen again. And this is what was happening to me. So I was on a 30-month no-fap streak. 18 months in, I cured my hard flaccid. Felt very good about myself. And I wasn't one of those guys who... There was a lot of guys over the year who are like, I'm going to cure hard flaccid and I'm going to bang a bunch of hookers. They're like, I got to make up for all those wasted years. This is a key thing I've heard. I got to make up for wasted time. And I always told them, no, you have to fucking revamp your whole outlook on life, on all of this, because you are going through hard flaccid and you're going to be more miserable because you want to bang those hookers, but you obviously can't because of your penis and the states it's in. And then when you finally do cure yourself of it, there's a probability that that type of level of like desire that you have, that amount of sexual desire that you're just going to run wild with, you can very easily give yourself hard flaccid again, like thinking that way. So you guys got to revamp this whole notion and mindset of like, I got to make up for wasted time. And where was I? 18 months on nofap. Had a good mindset. Had a mindset of like, I don't like even care to have sex or fap anymore. Like, I am just enjoying all the little things in life. Now I am enjoying, like, I have so much joy. I don't want to waste that, especially knowing myself that I had an issue with corn in the past, had an issue with masturbation, and just have dealt with addiction in general with other things, like, I don't know, screen addictions or like drugs, stuff like that. So I knew myself. I knew, like, if I even go back to all of that, there's a very high probability that I could get addicted to corn again, you know? So I was just like, I'm not even going to go there. Had another solid 12 months of no-fap. So a whole year, which brought me to the 30-month mark. But then I ended up relapsing, and that was a heavy relapse because what ended up happening was I had a month-long binge, okay? Very degenerate binge where I was edging for hours a day. Guys, there were some days where I'd do it for 3 hours at once, okay? Recharge for a few hours, do it for 3 hours again. Recharge, and then do it for 3 hours again. So there were days where I was fapping for a total of 9 hours. 9 hours, okay? And then it reached a point where there was a single day where I did it for 6 hours in one section. Okay, 6 hours. And as you know from my hard flaccid story video, 6 hours has it's gonna mess up anyone, okay? Let's be real here. So I'm not like specific to this, but it fucked me up once where it made the hard flaccid and urinary issues worse. Now this time, being healed of hard flaccid, the 6 hours, I once my penis cooled down, like about an hour after the session, I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, do I have hard flaccid again? Like, it looks like it has that rigid state, and I really I don't know, I was scared because I was like, did I just do this to myself again? Am I gonna have to go through this again? Fortunately though, I woke up the next day, it was gone. Just like that. But I knew from that moment, if I continued to edge, if I continue to do this to myself, and I've spoken on him before, GregHF, complete legend in the community. He talked about his journey, really put himself out there. Like, guy literally showed his face on YouTube, on the internet, multiple videos posted for free, saying how his dick was broken and what he was doing to remediate all of that. So again, gotta honor this guy's legacy. But he brought up how he got hard flaccid 3 times, okay? And this is a thing that you can see sometimes in success threads where a guy will say like, oh, I had it when I was like 22, and then all I did was just let it rest, cure myself, then I got it again like when I was like 28. And this is essentially what happened to Greg too. He said something like he got it early 20s. He thought, I forgot what his reasons for what he think he got it for. If it was from just like general over masturbation, because one of the times, I think his second time, he said he got it after like too much Molly or something, which he does think the masturbation contributed to that too, because he had like long fap sessions as well. But he had it at 22, just let it rest for like 6 months, came back to it, got it again late 20s. And then when he got it the third time in his 30s, he was really stressing this, and I want to stress this to you guys too. He was saying it was so much harder to get rid of, okay? Because when you're in your early 20s, you can just bounce back from an injury like that, you know? No matter how hopeless it seems, you guys have so much better recovery the younger you are, versus as you age, as you accumulate more damage over time through everything, through just life, bro. Like bad movements, bad posture, not moving enough, shit diet that has accumulated over years. Like, all of that is factors into making why when someone's like at an older age, their recovery and their health is just, it's so much harder to cure from a chronic thing. And he had to end up putting so much work into it. That's why he put so many videos out of him, what he was doing with DCT, him trying to really piece together his body, and like all this crazy stuff of like oh, okay, if I move my arm this way, I notice my shoulder does this, and if my shoulder does this, I could feel it in my hips down here, and like maybe this, if I do something like this will free up my hip. And it's like I've never seen someone put so much effort into hard flaccid as he did. And he did it because, one, I think he's a brilliant guy, very both self-aware and had high agency. But two, he had to do it out of like self-preservation, you know? Like his hard flaccid, again, third time getting it, older gentleman, like you chronic condition, like having it chronic for many years, you have to put that much effort into it at that point to get rid of it. And this is why I'm saying, guys, the years go by like that. Like if you half-ass this, you are just going to get older, which is going to make it harder for hard flaccid to go away. And two, it's going to become more and more chronic. And anyone with any chronic condition will tell you upright, like the longer it goes on and you have the condition, the harder it is to get rid of it for so many reasons. Because the body gets used to that state it's in. Your mind also deteriorates from it. And instead of like searching for a cure, you become in this like half defeated state where you're just looking for a way to cope with it, you know? So there's so many layers to it just being worse the longer it goes on. And I don't want to discourage any of you guys who have had it for like 5-6 years, or even any of the guys who had it for over 10. You guys can still recover. If you healed even 10%, you can heal 100%. Okay. In that first video, when I said the guys, like there's going to be people who don't recover from this, that is like people who have had it for like 4 or 5 years, and they've said, I've seen zero improvements, anything I've done. Like for them, I truly don't know if they could recover from hard flaccid. But for anyone who's made any amount of percentage increase in improving it, even something as low as 10%, the fact that you can make an improvement tells me you can make 100% improvement. Okay, you're not doomed. But what I'm saying is, take this very seriously, guys. Okay, because the longer it goes, and if you get it like a second time or a third time, it's going to be so much harder to get rid of. This is, anyone will tell you this. Okay, like a guy who plays college football got like a lower back injury or something, was able to rehabilitate, but then 2 seasons later, he ends up getting that same lower back injury, and now it completely puts him out of the game. It's so much harder for him. He's got to put so much effort into his life to fixing that condition. It's anyone will tell you this, man. The second time you get something, it's just so much harder. So again, I really want you guys to internalize this, and this is my last message for you. Heed this warning, guys. Really, really take all of this seriously. Really try to give it 110% getting out of this condition, because if you don't, you're going to be stuck in it. You're going to be stuck. Your body's just going to get used to the state. It's going to stay in this tension state, and it just becomes that much harder to get rid of it. So good luck to all of you. Truly, I wish the best for all of you. Just really put it 110% into this, guys. This is your wake up call. You know, don't let the years go by. The years can go by like that. So don't allow that to happen to yourself. Good luck, everyone. Love you guys, and really looking forward to hearing you guys write back to me and saying you're cured. Anyways, God bless. I'll see you guys, I don't know, next time, maybe in my semen retention videos. Peace.